Hey there, and welcome back to Latest News for the Weird, your go-to channel for all the quirky and unconventional headlines. Today, we're exploring the captivating stories that rocked the second week of May 2024. From unexpected insect encounters to surprising revelations, we've got it all. So, buckle up and get ready to explore the top 10 hottest news stories that made headlines. Let's begin. Number 1. Trump did not graduate. First in his class. From college, Wharton proves. Donald Trump has long claimed he graduated first in his class from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. However, the school's records prove this was a lie. When speaking to a supporter recently, Trump brought up this false accomplishment from his college days. But Wharton has never listed Trump among the top students of his 1968 graduating class. Classmates also dispute Trump's story, saying he was not near the top of his class academically. Records show many other students earned academic honors and awards that Trump did not receive. His former fixer even admitted to threatening schools to prevent the release of Trump's actual records. It seems Trump has been lying for years about his mediocre performance at Wharton. Number 2. Grandfather pays homeless woman $20 to watch granddaughter while he got drunk at bar for hours. On Monday, 6th May evening in Sacramento, California, police received an emergency call about a 7-year-old girl who had allegedly been kidnapped for human trafficking. When officers arrived, they found a highly intoxicated 54-year-old grandfather named Jason Warren making the claims. However, through investigation, police learned Warren had actually paid a homeless woman $20 to take his granddaughter to a thrift store while he went drinking at a bar for around 4 hours. Security footage confirmed the woman took the child as agreed. When police searched, they found the woman had brought the child to her camp for food. Both the woman and child were found safe. It was revealed the girl's aunt had asked Warren to watch her while she worked. Warren was then arrested for felony child endangerment. Number 3. World's fattest monkey, dubbed Godzilla, dies after eating himself to death despite trip to fat camp. Godzilla, dubbed the world's fattest monkey, has sadly died at the young age of 6. The crab-eating macaque became morbidly obese after well-wishing shoppers at a Bangkok market regularly fed him junk food like chocolate, fruits, and sweet drinks. At his heaviest, Godzilla weighed a massive 19 kilos, nearly double the typical weight for his species. After being discovered by authorities, he was sent to a fat camp, where vets put him on a strict, nutritious diet and exercise regime. Though he lost weight, Godzilla's various weight-related health issues like diabetes and thyroid problems could not be reversed. Despite his owner's devoted care, the pampered primate passed away from complications, highlighting the dangers of overfeeding wild animals. Godzilla's short life underscores the importance of responsible pet ownership and feeding practices. Number 4. Hundreds of hornets attack IDF soldiers in southern Gaza, 10 hospitalized. On Friday afternoon, the IDF announced that 10 of its soldiers had been hospitalized after being attacked by hundreds of hornets in southern Gaza. The soldiers had been conducting operations in the area when they were suddenly swarmed by the insects. Several soldiers were stung hundreds of times by the aggressive hornets. Some soldiers suffered allergic reactions due to the large number of stings. The soldiers were transported to the Sheba Medical Center for treatment. The hospital director said it was an extremely rare incident to see so many bee stings on one person. Doctors aimed to monitor them and ensure their conditions did not deteriorate further. It appeared to be an unusual occurrence of such a large hornet attack against the IDF soldiers. Number 5. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says a worm ate part of his brain and then died inside his head. During a 2012 deposition related to his divorce proceedings, anti-vaccine activist Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claimed that a worm had eaten part of his brain and then died inside his head. He said this had caused cognitive issues like memory loss starting in 2010. Kennedy testified that a doctor had found the remains of the dead parasite on scans as the cause, not a brain tumor as initially feared. Kennedy also attributed neurological problems to mercury poisoning from his frequent past consumption of tuna fish sandwiches. At 70 years old, Kennedy is running as an independent candidate for U.S. president in 2024, but his health history raises questions, including a prior admission of struggles with drug addiction. However, Kennedy believes his relative youth compared to Biden and Trump positions him as healthier to lead the country. Number 6. Stormy Daniels says sexual encounter with Donald Trump left her shaking. In the hush money trial against former President Donald Trump, adult film actress Stormy Daniels testified about her alleged sexual encounter with him in 2006. Daniels described feeling shaking after the encounter and provided explicit details about their time together in a Lake Tahoe hotel suite. The defense objected to the level of detail, and Trump's lawyer called for a mistrial, arguing that Daniels had gone beyond the court's boundaries. However, the judge denied the request, stating that a mistrial was not warranted. Throughout her testimony, Daniels appeared at times nervous but also relaxed, interacting with the jury and occasionally giggling. She also described other meetings with Trump in 2007 and discussed the $130,000 payment she received as part of an alleged cover-up. Trump, who has attacked Daniels on social media, was seen reacting to her testimony during the trial. Number 7. Man purposely trying to spread HIV through sex with men and teenage boys sentenced to 30 years. A 34-year-old man from Idaho, Alexander Louie, has been sentenced to a minimum of 30 years in prison for intentionally attempting to spread HIV through sexual contact with men and teenage boys. The investigation began when Louie engaged in online sexual conversations with an undercover detective posing as a 15-year-old boy. Louie arranged to meet up with the person he believed was the boy for sex and was subsequently arrested. Further investigation revealed that Louie, who is HIV positive, was not taking his medication and deliberately engaged in sexual contact with multiple individuals, lying about his HIV status. He admitted to having sexual intercourse with 50 different men and boys, including a 16-year-old. Ada County District Judge Derek O'Neill described Louie's conduct as predatory and sentenced him to 30 years in prison, with a requirement to serve 16 years before being eligible for parole. The prosecution commended the efforts of law enforcement in bringing Louie to justice and protecting the community from his dangerous behavior. Number 8. Cruise ship arrives at New York City Harbor with dead whale caught on bow. A cruise ship arrived at the port of Brooklyn in New York City Harbor with a large dead whale caught on its bow. The whale measured around 44 feet long and was identified as an endangered SEI whale. When officials from MSC Cruises, the owners of the ship Meraviglia, were notified about the whale, they said regulations are in place to avoid collisions with whales and other marine life at sea. The whale corpse will now undergo a necropsy to determine the cause of death, including whether it was already dead when struck by the ship. Sei whales are a protected species of whale that can grow very large. While cruise lines have measures to try and avoid harming sea life, the incident highlights the potential impacts large vessels can have on wildlife in the ocean. Number 9. Why fat Labradors can blame their genes. A recent study has found that Labrador retrievers are more likely to be overweight due to genetic factors rather than overfeeding by their owners. Researchers analyzed DNA samples from over 50,000 Labradors and found variations in 2 genes that influence appetite and fat storage. Dogs with certain variants of these genes had a significantly higher chance of being overweight. The findings suggest Labradors are predisposed to obesity due to their genes. While environment still plays a role, the study indicates their genetic makeup makes it harder for labs to maintain a healthy weight. This could help owners better understand their dog's needs. In the future, the research may help identify Labradors more at risk and develop prevention strategies early on to help the breed stay fit and healthy. Number 10. Chinese zoo under fire after dying dog. A zoo in Taizhou, China has come under fire for dyeing 2 Chow Chow dogs black and white to resemble pandas. videos circulating on Chinese social media showed the panda dogs in their new exhibit at Taizhou Zoo. While their tails gave away they were not pandas, zoo officials told state media they were chow chows painted to look like giant pandas. The zoo advertised them as panda dogs and did not claim they were real pandas. However, they were criticized for misleading visitors and mistreating the dogs, whose skin and fur could be damaged by the dye. Zoos in China have also tried to pass off dyed dogs as wolves or leopards before. Experts said there was no way a person in a fur suit could withstand summer heat after another zoo was accused of replacing bears with people. The Taizhou Zoo still has the dyed dogs on display and visitor numbers remain normal, officials said. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of our whirlwind tour through the hottest news stories of the second week of May 2024. From hornet attacks to eye-opening revelations, it's been quite a ride. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on all things weird, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more weekly doses of peculiar news. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay weird.